possibilities aren't as strong as it is for the CTs right now. So that is likely what they're going to set up. Indeed, here they go.
Well, Jacob's going to take one down, traded. AZ will have no answer for his team. Rain on the site itself, but there will be no clutches from him on this occasion. A very fast 2 versus 4 here, and FaZe might have to go for the save of their final players. Down 0-3 already. Only so much Fox can do. He will definitely want to hold on to that AWP. I like the double nade that came in from FaZe towards main earlier on at the beginning of the round. I mean, we're seeing lots of small improvements from FaZe. I do wonder if it will end up being described as dramatic as time goes on. So Fox is alone now, but he should be okay in this position.
Yeah, and FaZe will be dangerous in the following round. Due to the loss bonus being $2,900 at this point, for them, they can absolutely quasi. There's about $900 that they could use if they choose to do so to buy down to. In fact, they could even go down a little bit more. In fact, they could actually, because the next round they're going to get 3,400, and so that's going to put them in the region of 6K if they, let's say, were to full save. That gives them something in the region of $1,500 to $100 that they could reasonably spend to still have a buy in the next round. So this is actually kind of a nice situation for FaZe, despite being 0-4 down. There is a lot to work with, and they actually will play this fairly economically. 2 CZs, 3 CZs, and a couple HEs. So it's mostly going to be down to Fox, really. Ooh. On the noggin, Jays. Config down to 77.
So you see Fox's position is the spot that Dignitas have done a good job of flashing when they've gone over towards B. On this occasion, no wall of smokes into A. Let's see if they can get a fast bomb plant in. AZ's being boosted up. Kishima coming to help. These pistols putting in work here. 2 players down for Dignitas again. Only the AWP onto the CTs, but Rain now charging in. This is absolute madness over towards the A bomb site. The smokes have not worked out for Dignitas. CRB is now the last man standing. He's got 3 people to find, and Fox is still unknown with the big green gun. Some nice shoulder peeking from AZ, so CRB's position is known. The bomb is stuck on the site as well, and he will be fearing the emergence of Fox. Fox is on the hunt. Kirby puts 1 step in the wrong direction, and he is going to get taken down.
Indeed, 2 versus 1. FaZe finding themselves in a more optimal position than the previous buy versus buy. Or actually, it's not even a buy versus buy. This is a quasi for them.
Hello.
Kirby in with the peek. Big peek there from Kirby, and that should allow him to get the bomb down if he chooses to do so. Oh, it gets tagged there. JChem is a danger, and the danger will creep ever so slowly towards Kirby's position. Kirby up on the train now. And here is JChem. Will he spot Kirby in time? He sees the barrel. He sees the barrel. You can tell that JChem plays with 4-3 right there. Right there, you can tell JChem plays with 4-3 because I said he sees the barrel. We see the barrel because we have 69.
He definitely
but he has
does not see the barrel.
Yes.
I thought Fox was going to nail him. I thought he was going to get nailed to the wall, painkiller style down. I thought he was going to get staked, but he didn't. He almost one-tapped the last player as well, Jacob.
Yep.
So it could have gone either way. It was close for Dignitas, but FaZe get their first round on the board. The AWP is back for Fox.
Wow, there's a lot of money spent in this round by FaZe. Obviously, they were playing fairly economically. Fox saved the AWP from their first buy, actually. Fox has had an AWP for a while. That's been slowly generating money.
Well, I don't know if it was safe in the previous round because he died at the very back.
Oh, right, did he?
Remember.
Oh, right,
yeah.
yeah.
Got taken down, so I think somebody has to drop it this time.
You are correct, sir. I am quite incorrect, but you are correct. So, it's going to be Dignitas slowly adding some pressure towards Ali early into the round, but they will siphon off a few players back towards the T main and potentially Pop Dog area. If they are thinking of going for a push here into A, you do want to get at least 1 player in Pop Dog. And FaZe waits. I like the setup. They have a forward setup, or at least right now they have a fairly forward setup in the yard, which is quite good if a team decides to go for a set piece because they can actually catch the push from in front of the smokes instead of waiting behind them. And Kiyoshima, this timing is very important, doesn't get anything from the spray, and that is a big deal because he's the only player on the site. You can see rapidly now Faze starting to approach the B bomb site to be ready for a defense. They are quite paranoid because of how quickly Kiyoshima died there, and now they are split 2 to a site. And this is a huge opportunity for Dignitas, but unfortunately for them, there's only 30 seconds left in the round, so there's not too much time for them to play this position with.
The CT's all spread out at present. Ivy is a bit of a weakness, but the bomb is nowhere near Ivy. We'll see if the rotation can be pulled because the Ivy player is pushing to try and run distraction. Is that causing Rain to rotate away or is he just repositioning? Well, either way, he is dead. And that's the open B bomb site. Fox moving in towards connector, but is he going to get there fast enough? Bomb's being planted. He's getting tagged. And Faze find themselves well out of position here. Pop Dog's in control of the T's. CT Spawn's in control, and they're pushing through connector with the map control they have. So Faze are running out of options really quickly here. AZ still moving towards the site for some reason. His other teammates going for the save. And just not responding in time to these peaks. So again, Fox finds himself alone in a cold world. Dignitas should have 4 players going into the next round unless they send more offerings to Fox.
Yeah, and having this kind of a result against Faze, giving them this much trouble, is indicative that Dignitas should have a very strong chance to take this map. It's early days, of course, but they've already got 5 rounds on their T side, and previously, as noted, Faze's gameplay, generally speaking, is much more CT-sided regardless of the map. Even maps that tend to be a bit more T-sided. And so unless they, Faze shows something a little bit out of character, or perhaps Dignitas aren't as strong as, on their CT side as well, so it kind of balances out in some way, I do expect Dignitas to be, they have a good advantage that they can close on, I think, if they're able to get, many more rounds here. But Faze are starting to move in. They've had some, this is actually the play that they almost won the round with previously, where they boost up, before I think it was AZ, with that CZ of his, but now it's Jakin with the 5-7. So the boost up here, let's see if he gets anything. This is actually such a cool play, and look at this, he gets an engagement where it's a surprise for the T. So another favorable engagement to some extent, but Dignitas, they will be pushing into Ali now and meeting the pistols of Faze, and James, they are knocking them down like bowling pins.
Every time there are smokes when Faze are on an eco or a force buy, they are killing loads of Dignitas players. These seem to be a problem for them on this map at the moment. And now Kiabi is alone. This task might be another insurmountable one for him. He's been spotted. Fox is going to allow his teammates to bait for him. So that keeps that channel safe, and the other two can concentrate elsewhere. This is unknown to Kiabi, of course. He will do his best to get himself some 1 versus 1. There is the first one. Only 30 HP left, however. And now Kiyoshima needs to cover 2 channels while Fox just holds the angle. So that Molotov is going to force some isolation. Second kill for Kiabi. Still got 30 HP to the 46 of Fox, who might get himself a free kill. But Kiabi is coming in for his position. So the 1-tap comes in, and Faze get a desperate second round on the board.
Desperate indeed, and in the most unlikely of fashions, although at this point maybe you're thinking that on these kinds of buys, considering the last one went similarly, even though they lost it, that maybe is a good chance for them instead of the buy versus the buy. But there's no AWP for the Mr. Fox, the AWPer of the team. He will not be able to work with that, and Dignitas have another opportunity to just kind of crush the economy of Faze. So I'm still liking Dignitas' chances here. They're going to go with a bit of pace in towards inner. And it kind of looks like, because they have no presence anywhere else on the map at this point, that they're just going to go straight for this B push. And there's only 1 man on the site. Kiyoshima. Reyna's is coming in though.
Yeah, lack of what might be a problem here because we've got players moving threat smoke on the high ground. Trades coming in, and there is only 1 CT left on the site now. Bomb's going to be planted. And down goes Rain. So this time Faze seem to be committed. They can't afford to have that loss bonus reset to the minimum. He's going to be spraying the feet intensity, but he's still alive for now. Smokes all over the place, splashes into the smoke. It's a really hard retake. Jacob pushing through. Takes a good time. Tensky goes down. Manon's advantage is with no one at the moment. 3 versus 3. Jacob goes down. AZ up in the high ground. We'll get a flag onto Rabina. We've got flames all over the place. This is absolute mayhem, Dan. But the mayhem will go in favour of Dignitas. Surviving, thriving on the bedlam.
Faze just can't seem to hold right now, and I think in part, you can look to the fact that Kiyoshima has not been nearly as successful as he was previously yesterday. He has a lot of responsibility being the most forward player on the B site. And we're not really even seeing anyone really working with him in any rounds. Usually he's just left to his own devices there, which is not the coolest thing in the world for Kiyoshima. But that said, again, James, they got pistols and they got frags as well.
Yeah, the madness continues. Popdog, though, will come to the rescue in the name of Config. Kiyoshima and Fox remain positioned to be identified. Haven't picked up any rifles just yet. It's lurking close, but double peek comes in. So things will calm down because they know where Fox is. Nades flying in his direction. There's still a Molotov and a bunch of flashbangs. He is trapped like a Fox, Dan. He'll be driven and killed. Put out of his misery, mercy will be shown.
So there's not really much that FaZe have to say about this train game so far. One round that what did they win? They won one buy round and they've won one quasi buy, basically. Those are the 2 rounds that they have won. And the buy round was not even super convincing. I mean, right now Dignitas are walking all over them. They're getting all the entries, the coordination.
They're angry.
The coordination is just working right now. The individual skill that you expect to flare up to try to deal with a strongly coordinated team is not really necessarily consistently there right now here.
Dignitas are in Christian Bale mode, Dan, after having their back broken. I'm not afraid. I'm angry. 2 HE on the CT side on this eco. Dignitas will be warded off the smoke. I think that's a good call, Dan. Stay away from smokes when your opponent are on an eco on the train. Seems to be a good call from the Danish side. They still have 1:10 on the clock. I want to say that there's a CT in team main, and hearing MSL run up towards Popdog, you see the rotation towards B, but the bomb could still split. The bomb could still split, so FaZe have made a hard read. Unfortunately, it was the wrong one. They have been baited perhaps by accident, perhaps it was deliberate. Either way, Dignitas have a clean A site, although 3 CTs have charged their way back onto it now, and 2 Dignitas players have been lost, as you can see, so still disastrous strike.
Yeah, just instantly, they just lose 2 players again against these pistols. That's the funny thing, is that FaZe are doing some consistent damage on their saves like this, but because they just have an inability to win these buy rounds, they can't even punish the fact that they are, or rather, not even, punish is not the correct word, they can't even capitalize on the fact that they are incurring economical damages to their opponents. So 8-2, and so far it looks like FaZe are a no-show. FaZe can still save this though. We've seen this happen many times, that one team will be quite dominant in kind of the first half of a half, and then things switch around. This will be the time for FaZe. It needs to be now. It needs to be now for FaZe. They want to have a hope in taking this train match. They got to get it done here. And Fox is back on the AWP, so the chances are good, but he's naked. James has got no Kevlar, and now he's been shot in the face. So Fox is dead, and Ali is compromised, potentially.
What is the, can we see the kill board recent at the moment? Because, yeah, I was going to say Fox has not had much impact, but no player has really on the FaZe side. I feel like most of their kills have been on pistol rounds, basically, where they haven't had any proper buys. So Kiyoshima's going to be picking up the AWP, and he'll be playing the B-bomb site alone with the rest of his teammates over towards A. Again, Dignitas biding their time, still with 2 over towards Ivy. 2 coming close to main, and 1 watching the Popdog. So now they will start to execute. Nice counter smoke there from Ivy, just trying to ruin the timing of the Danes, who will find themselves with the bomb, no less, stuck behind the site. Are they willing to push through it? They've got 50 seconds left on the clock, and indeed, they do not fear anything in this map at the moment. Kiyoshima alone now, trying to save as Fox tried on many occasions on map 2. Again, the 3rd map between these 2 teams, should it go there, will be Cash. But for now, this is still recoverable for FaZe. But I mean, really, they have a whole lot of nothing going on. Oh, the scope. Surely Tensky saw the scope. He didn't see it. But he sees that ass and will take it down.
Yeah, 9-2, and FaZe getting crushed. On what looked like their best opportunity to get back into this train match. They are now going to be shut down by Dignitas. You can really see map 2 is working wonderfully for the Danes now that they are 9 rounds up. And it's not just the fact that they're 9 rounds up, it's just that they are just systematically crushing every phase buy. They're just crushing it. It's not, a lot of them just aren't even that particularly close. Dignitas, maybe there'll be some shot, kills made, but they can still execute their plan without any issue. Issue, James. Issue. Oh, but again, like
surprise! Round of smoke, no less.
Rain is doing this pretty much every time they have like a pistol buy. So I would just get Dignitas will lose 2 players and then win the round. That's basically what happens every time, more or less. So we'll see if the next who else on Dignitas will die. We know one of them will die, but which one is it, James? Who has been marked for death? Well, it's not Kiebi right now, at least. And Jakim's dead. Ooh. The upgrade to a P250. Fancy stuff.
Nice. Ooh. Dignitas are all playing in isolation at the moment. Although 2 players will bunch up and head towards the bomb, which is good. They will need to walk. Oh, well, they needed to walk back. Like when Fox is close to Electric Box, if he's on, say, the T side of it, if they were running, I feel like they would hear him. Speaking of running, I don't really understand what that update Valve did, where you disarm the C4. It has a bigger radius. I think that means when you start to defuse it. The bigger radius doesn't mean it's louder. It just means you can hear it from further away at the same volume. Anyway, more on that a bit later on. AZ's been spotted. AZ has now been eliminated. So we'll see if Kirishima manages to kill that second player in this round. Other than that, there's nothing going on really at the moment.
No, not really.
It's a difficult match to commentate in that sense. Because Faze are just struggling. They're in a race with a broken engine, Dan.
Yeah, they don't really have anything to show so far from what we have seen. Dignitas has just been able to execute whatever they want and without issue. I know you fancy and say it like that for at least a week, but I keep messing it up. Yeah, maybe I'll just give up, James. Maybe I will just give up. I know yesterday you said maybe I should try to go 2 months without spending $1 or something on skins or whatever. But I don't think you could go 2 days or let alone 2 weeks, let alone 2 months.
I'm trying to. How long should I? Let's put it this way. How long should I not deposit any money into my Steam account
the rest of your duration of your life?
I spent like £200 on VR games as well. But anyway, let's see if FaZe can get to 5 rounds at least on their CT side. They are back on the buy here. Fox on the up once again. Kills averaging about 6 to 7 for the entire CT side.
It's right now a bit of a tentative setup here, very defensive from FaZe. Once again, they have a buy. I mean, for most teams, if they can scrape that 5-10, it's very doable still. But it's just the fact that we're not typically used to seeing a great deal of consistency with FaZe's T sides. Sometimes FaZe find like this ridiculous pace and just this momentum, the confidence that all the peaks are working and so on against a particular team, and they will just have a crazy T half. But there's not a huge amount of consistency there, like your Luminosities, your Na'Vis, your NIPs, and so on and so forth. So we are going to be seeing Rubino looking for the peak to the left side and the AWPer MSL into the other side, covering each other. But the smoke is covering as well as is the flames. Nice systematic entry into the bomb side, just very methodical, pushing in with the grenades, getting themselves into the A side. The CTs have to get through connector, but look at this position from Rubino. It's very nice. Gets some good damage there, a kill as well. And Dignitas 3 versus 2, looking quite strong. MSL again, just covering superior positions. His choke points are hard to break for the CT side. Now it's down to Fox. He has to be clutch. Or versus 2, he gets taken out by MSL as well. So again, another just really nice round. I mean, it's so simple, James. They just pushed Ali, had the nades, made an entry, and then the players from the team main area and Pop Dog can come out. It's so simple.
Yeah, I mean, with how strong FaZe, or stronger, should I say, with how stronger FaZe have been playing recently, it's a bit of a shock to see them just have no answer to the mind of MSL, Dan. The mind of MSL. It contains constellations and shiny objects. I don't know what else. Maybe highly polished marbles, who knows. Speaking of MSL, he will take the AZ down. his former teammates. Sit down, Mr. AZ. You may have a 1-game lead, but that is soon disappearing. Dignitas 5 rounds away from victory. Are we going to see a 13-2 T-half here? We've got Jacob down to a mag 7. There are still some smokes on the CT side. They are pushing over towards B as well. We've got Config holding an angle in Pop Dog, but is he looking towards the ladder? Indeed he is. Down comes Rain. Unintended. There we go, 12-2. I mean, just Dignitas are taking some back control. They're waiting, and then they're killing. It's ABC.
Pretty much. It's looking like a really fast map, to be honest. And FaZe might just feel like, all right, guys, we are done with train right now. Can you just give us the third map? Let's just go there immediately, because we're going to see the Autos shotgun onto AZ, which is always fun. And Mag 7 onto JChem. Kiyoshima with any guy with really a respectable rifle. We've got a FAMAS on Fox. French gun to try to deal with the Danes. MSL, that's going to be leading the charge here towards, or leading the walk.
I really need to learn that flashbang. It's so important.
Yeah, it is.
So, Dignitas coming in for the last push of the first half. 1 for 1 at the moment, and that is an open B bomb site. We've got QRB holding the flank, and Jacob is seeking. Jacob's making a bit of noise as well, checking a 6. QRB has a bit of an off angle. Jacob only needs the 1 meat shot there. Fox going down elsewhere. And Jacob hasn't made his presence known just yet. Coming in for the meat shot now, but he will be the one slaughtered by the butcher. 2 plays left here. Rain only on the CZ, running through the flames, but there are too many flames. Flame carpet will turn into ashes. There we go. It is going to be a 13-2 half for an angry Dignitas, who are looking to wreck FaZe in quick succession and take it to cash.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to really say about this first half, just due to the fact that Dignitas had good coordination. I mean, the thing is with Dignitas is it wasn't anything like super spectacular. It was just some good fundamental Counter-Strike on the T side of train. FaZe, no one was going off, basically. We didn't really have great performances from anyone in particular. And typically, FaZe is a team where you do need players to perform. That's the entire purpose, in some regards, to this team, is that you have a bunch of players that are ridiculous. Yeah, not to take credit away from Dignitas by any stretch of the imagination. Dignitas are playing quite solid. Definitely a much improved situation to their Cobblestone. You can definitely see that Cobblestone was they weren't quite in their comfort zone there. But FaZe, they don't have anything to show right now. They will move on to their T side. Should they be able to win the pistol, they'll be able to have a go of this. If they don't, then it's pretty much GG on the second map here on train. Looks like AZ's going to get tagged there a little bit.
Ooh, look at this. CT's made a hard read into the A bomb site. They've put everyone in there. B's going to be completely clear. And the bomb is moving in. So, and look at this. There's going to be a 2-man flank for the T's as well. And they're pushing through B site. This could be the start of a comeback for FaZe. Things are getting awkward. Look, Config stuck in the window, jumping down now. It is absolutely crazy at a minute. But MSL's got the first flag over towards B. But there is a man advantage now for the T's, although it's soon disappearing. Trades going back and forth. There's nobody at the back of the B bomb site now, but Rubino's been lost as well. So it's Tensky. He needs to just ignore that duel and try and get onto the site. Comes back to the flank, punishes it. Nice. Is there a kit on site? He needs to get there. He's running out of time. Did he not see AZ? AZ's on the site, and that bomb may be too far. Ticks now. AZ can just waste time. Oh, he's going to get shot in the face, but he's done his job. The round is with FaZe, sorry.
Tensky will save his Kevlar at the very least, but yeah, FaZe give themselves an opportunity. They just need to make sure they don't get well, the rough end of a force buy if Dignitas decide to go for that. And on Cobblestone, they actually played very, very conservatively. There are a lot of positive arguments for force buys, especially against a team like FaZe, which a team that you don't expect as strong anti-force buy, anti-eco play from. If you're playing against NIP, it's a different story. The percentages will definitely be worse. That investment over a long period is definitely going to be worse to a force buy, specifically versus NIP. But against FaZe, I think there's definitely an argument to be made for it. But equally, Dignitas, they're doing the smart thing here. They're realizing we just need to maximize the amount of buy rounds we get in this second half, and we just need to win 3 rounds, and then it's over. So best way to win 3 rounds is with buy rounds. So let's just have 3 buy rounds. Let's ignore the economy of the opponents who don't care. And I think that's the best way, actually, to do it. Unless you're Luminosity.
No, Dignitas on the go now. And they're going to get some pistol kills. The bomb is just about being planted as well. And they've got Faze somewhat sandwiched, although the bread has been removed on one side, leaving Kirby alone with an AK and armor. So he's got a save to be had here. But he needs to get off the angle soon because Rain is coming to spot him. Well, now he is going to be hunted from the back and the front, so he needs to get kills before he gets shot in the back. Fox will do it from the front though and pick up the AK. So Faze now, I mean, obviously they've got another anti-eco round on their hands. After that, do they have opportunity? They will be 8 rounds behind should they win this round, which they should. They will have it all to do. Dignitas had a great plan and a very dominant T side, but will they be afforded the same on the CT? Now Faze can dictate the pace on the T side.
Ooh. Did he just get dinked by a smoke?
I think he blocked it deliberately. No, I don't think it hit him in the face. It hit him in the leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember giggling because we saw someone actually on train get hit in the leg with the smoke, but then it like left like loads of blood everywhere, which just seems really weird to like get hit by a smoke and then for that to be like, I'm now bleeding profusely.
The best thing I saw recently with nades was on Dust 2 when somebody tried a run boost on short as a HE was coming in and they got blocked and then wrecked by the grenade. It was hysterical.
That's pretty good. Well, Faze have a buy versus a buy of Dignitas. Dignitas with the AWP on Rubino. Fox can be AWPing early in the round for picks. But will he find the picks to flick there? Not good, actually. Did he maybe get a tag? I'm not sure. Kyoshima... no, it's Kyoshima is tagged over by and now dead by Team Main. So...
Tracers, baby.
Yeah, Kirby getting seemingly an easy kill there. Kyoshima not able to be successful. And definitely it's a little bit painful for that Faze, but that Kiyoshima's having more of an off day today than he was yesterday. Ooh, Fox finds an unaware player though, Config. Config turned around there just in time to see that he was screwed. Basically, just in time to see, oh my god, there's a guy looking at me with an AWP. I'm dead. So sneaking into the yard is JChem. We have some decent positions to work with now for Faze as they are across the yard. But Dignitas still have Ruben above that AWP, and there it is. Taking down Fox. That's a really important frag. Oh, it's not done yet. There's a second one as well. Oh, and they're lining up for Rubino. Gets the double there. Very nicely done. Rubino, I wasn't so sure when he was over by Ali. I was like, oh, he's missing some shots here. But then the 4K comes in, and Dignitas with explosive fashion are going to shut down Faze.
Savage stuff. Savage stuff indeed. So 2 rounds away now from game 3. The Dignitas side are, but there is a buy here for both sides. Fox back on the big green gun. Again, the CTs get to this angle that Rubino's holding faster than the Ts do in connector. So just bear that in mind, people at home. It's very dangerous to peek that angle at the beginning of the round as a T. Get some smokes down if you choose to do that. There are quite a few angles the CTs can take to look into main. I'm not going to go through all of them now, but if you watch Peter play in North America, he's very adept on this map at seeking them on a T side. Well, Fox finally making some connections onto Kiabi and Ivy, and there's no answer, no response from the Dignitas side. They're just going to abandon it, banking on Faze, not going for an instant push, as that is very rare. So some aggression towards main to even up the numbers. Jacob smoked off in Pop Dog, and still they don't move through Ivy just yet. Now AZ starting to creep as Fox goes for the rotation.
Yeah, looking actually quite decent for Dignitas despite losing a player. There are no nades on Faze, so they have to get it done with the aim battles. And right now, Dignitas will have an advantage there due to the fact that they can hold choke points. And boom, here you go. Another frag from Config. The trade comes in. Rubino can still have some action from the back of the yard with the AWP as Rain goes atop the train against 3 players. Some time to work with 25 seconds. That's the first kill. The spray done on the second. Rain, can he get the tap on the last player? MSL darting back behind the train, knows that he can play this smart. slowing it down right now. Rain is pressured to get the bomb planted or find the kill immediately. He has no time. He's got to go for this. He realizes maybe a little bit too late that he had no time. And there will be the round for Dignitas. 15-5. And Dignitas seem by far the superior side on train today.
Yeah, they are beasting. I thought that was another highlight reel from Rain. Another against all odds comeback, but it wasn't to be. Let's see what they have, the T side, in what could be the last round. No rifles or SMGs on any of the players. Mere pistols here. We might see a fast play from them. They have a number of nades, so they could also choose to wait out the CT nades and then go for an execute, but they are heading quickly over towards B. Initial counter nades coming out from the CT side. But there is AZ charging through the smoke with a flashbang in tow. Gonna be taken down by Rubino. Sorry, we're a bit distracted. We've got exploding lights in the studio. Well, there are 3 CTs in the B-bomb sites. Tensky gets taken down, though, by Kiyashima. There is a bit of a push here towards Ivy as well from Kiabi. He is on one side of the servers there, and Fox is on the other. MSL gets taken down, so Faze not out of this just yet. Fox is killed by Kiabi over towards Ivy, so at least he can attack that side of the map for the time being. Now to 2 versus 2, now the Deagle spam coming in. Tagged players, but Jacob's alone with 12 HP versus 2. Not going to be easy. He needs to shoot fast, and there he is. Kiabi, the man with the HP, goes down first, leaving Config alone. Next hit win for both these players. Fake defuse comes in. Jacob has to gamble at not being a defuse. He will clutch the round for his team and keep them in this.
But 4 players died there, so it's going to be a little bit annoying for them. But thankfully, they did completely wreck the economy of Dignitas, so they don't have anything either. Dignitas probably just save. Actually, no, they're going to go for a force here. Okay, fair enough. That works too. I mean, they have very low money, so they wouldn't really have a buy if they not a good one at least. If they saved just 1 round anyway. So this does make sense. Plus, they can probably just win a round like this if Faze make a mistake. MSL is just going for health lever, and Rubino's going to follow him to the slaughter, like lemmings off the cliff. And now it's a 3 versus 4 situation with much better positioning here for the T's and weapon superiority. And that nade is going to be great.
Ouch.
It's going to dunk Tensky, and that should be that here. Kiabi's going to go in. Just has some help from Config, but Kiabi needed to hit some of those Deagles. The Deagles will not be connected. No joy for the Deagles.
10 HP Config. His config has been shut down, Dan. His config was illegitimate. It was corrupted. And it was sent to the recycle bin. Faze, though, still have half the score of Dignitas. And you have to feel that surely at some point Dignitas will get the mere 1 round that they need. We've seen stranger things, however. So let's not count them out just yet. This is a nothing round for the Dignitas side. 4 USPs and a P250. Can't expect them to do much damage. We'll see how long Faze choose to wait them out. We've got a 4-man holdover towards Ivy, and we've got some kills going on over there. All in favour of the T's. So let's see if the others can be cleaned up. There we go, MSL will be finished off as well. Another round in the bag for Faze.
Yeah, it's obviously a clean one. Now Dignitas get the buy-in. So they were just waiting for this moment. Dignitas just trying to close the game at this point. They just obviously just need 1 more round. They realize they've done all the hard work. Just need to find a way to just close that last round. And Faze have started to they decided that they're going to start making that quite difficult for Dignitas. So Dignitas need to make sure that this doesn't become too drawn out, because again they're going to feel like they've already won the match. It's just getting that 1 last round. And here goes Fox straight out of the pop dog, looking for the flick. He's going to completely catch Tensky off guard with the pace. And now it is going to be time here for Faze to just bust down this A defense. And it is getting completely smashed to pieces, to smithereens, as MSL now comes in for the rotation down pop dog. But his teammates are long gone. Only Rubino left to help him out. And Rubino wants to keep the AWP, perhaps as he will not be able to touch this one otherwise if he dies. And no more AWP in the next round at least. They will have to save again. That round bonus is going to be racking up for them. The 4th round in a row, so that's $2,900 for them. So they will have, they could quasi a little bit. Is that music?
Yeah, there's music in that. I mentioned it earlier. It's the radio. It's like, it sounds like Turkish music to me. Slightly. But I could be wrong. Could be general Arabic music.
Now it's been destroyed, James.
The radio has been exploded, Dan.
It has actually been vaporized. It's just completely gone. There's no pieces anywhere. It has been vaporized.
It's gone into one of those
it's weird though,
vortexes from Half-Life 1.
because it gets vaporized, but the table seems to be made of stronger stuff. I don't know what that table's made of, man.
Neither do I. So we've got the M4 onto MSL, rest of the team onto pistols. So again, this will be a difficult round for Dignitas. We'll just have to watch and see if they can get anything done here. They can holding the angle, and that is the one rifle down for the Danish team. Team Dignitas. Team Dignitas with a big D, or just Dignitas with a small d. Those are the rules, people. Learn them.
Oh, the lineup. Line them up and knock them down. Rain with just padding out the stats there, the 4K. And now it's going to be 15 to 10. So all of a sudden it's starting to look close. But this is the thing, again, Dignitas won this match ages ago. That's what, again, that's like what it feels like. The only thing is just they have to just get that last round, James. I mean, it's been really difficult for them to get these last, 1 or 2 rounds, and finally they're at the last one. But when will they pick it up? They've, Faze are going to be, if they win this one, that will be 5 in a row, I believe. So, it's already 5 in a row, so that will be 6 in a row if they win this one. So Faze showing that they're able to completely crush Dignitas on some of these buy rounds. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage.
That's a big Molotov. Was that through the window? It must have been through the window. Imagine if you combine that with a HE.
Or a flashbang.
Or a flash would be quite impressive. That would be quite impressive indeed. Well, minute 10 on the clock here. Faze biding their time at the moment. 4 men on the A bomb sites. Dignitas making adjustments. Looks like they're happy to go for retake B, should it be required. And they've got a man on the middle of the bomb train itself. That is MSL. He's got a flash, a nade, and the Molotov, and the execute will begin.
All the nades down. Now all the players are in. MSL standing on top of the train though, and his position is actually pretty sick. You can just, a peek over the top. 2 quick kills for MSL. Dignitas finally with a decisive advantage to maybe close that last round. The bomb has yet to be planted, and life looks to be difficult here for the Faze side in saving this one. They have only 25 seconds to go. The bomb finally will be planted though. Tadski close to the train. Nades in for support. Just one smoke on Rubino, but here goes Kirby from the back as well. If he can get just 1 kill on the flank, it's going to be good enough, but no! Faze picking up 2 kills here. Very key stuff. Now it's down to Config, who picks up the first one of the last remaining 2, and he's got Rubino in for support as well there. But the GG Molotov, is that going to kill enough time on the bomb? The smoke is down straight away. They were saving the smoke. Rubino picks up the kill. That's the defuse for the map, and that means we're going 2-3, which is definitely a relief for Dignitas, because that was starting to get a little bit worrying. It's starting to slip away, but they got there in the end.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle towards the end, but indeed they did make it. So the third map